Hey YouTube, Lord Alex here, and another video from the work truck. I don't know if all of you know what this is. This is made by Spyderco. It's called the Baliyo. It's a balisong pin. And I'm not sure how impressed I am with it. If it'll focus there, it says Spyderco on this side and Baliyo on this side. Anyway, yeah, mixed impressions on this knife, or not a knife, on this pin. First, it's a great idea. Gives you something to flip around. It's not a knife, because a lot of places you cannot have a balisong blade. But I'm not sure how it really turned out. First of all, there's two different models of this knife. There's this one, which is the cheap one. That's I think made in China. And there's a little bit higher end model. And I'm not sure what all the difference is. I bought the cheap one because I thought it might have just been a gimmick, and I think I might have been right. But if anybody owns the more expensive model, let me know and tell me if it's any better. My first complaint, if you can see these two little indentions here, it came with a pocket clip on each side. So you clip them both on your pocket and it stays closed in your pocket. Great idea, except I think the first or second day that I was carrying this thing in my pocket, one of them came off and got lost. So then I was left with only one pocket clip. And that didn't really do me much good unless I put it in my pocket a certain way that would hold this against the edge of my pocket. Otherwise, that's all that was clipped onto my pocket. So, yeah. Went ahead and just took that off. This one's got a little bit of the cheap balisong wiggle, but it's not a balisong, so that's fine. The more expensive models do have the Fisher space pen insert, which I like a lot. This one just has regular blue ink. It's not the Fisher space pen, it's just some random cheap insert. These little guys here are just for weight, because if they weren't in there, oh, and I think the more expensive one actually has brass inserts, and I think these are aluminum or steel maybe. I don't know. But if these were not in here, it would be so light you wouldn't be able to do any kind of flipping with it. Or at least not anything that... It wouldn't be as predictable, I guess. Because you've got to have some weight to fling around using the momentum of the handles and the blade. Anyway, I dropped it a few times, and not even on concrete, on light carpet, not, you know, real plush carpet, but like I think I was flipping it at a bar a few times, and it landed on that non-padded industrial carpet that there's just concrete underneath, and it's actually broken. If you can see right here. Uh-oh. So, yeah, not very impressed with that at all. And this other side is cracked also. Right here, there's a really minute little crack in it. But after I noticed this side was broken like this, I just pretty much quit using it. I keep it in my little EDC bag just because it's an extra pin, and it's a neat idea. But I don't flip it anymore because I'm afraid the next time I drop it, it's just going to come apart down here, and then it's going to be a busted waste of space. I have thought about getting the more expensive, like $35 version, and seeing if it's in any kind of better quality. I'm sure it is. I'm sure that's why it costs more money. And I believe the more expensive ones are made in the United States, so that's better already. You can change the different colors of the handles and the pin. I think you can choose whether it's a blue or black Fisher space pin insert, and then you can get different color combinations in the actual Baliyo. There's like a red, white, and a blue, and there's like a green and a pink and a I don't know all the different colors, but there's different color schemes you can get. One thing about this is you have to get used to it. It's not like flipping a regular balisong because it's so light, and because instead of having most of the weight in your handles, I think on a regular balisong the weight of one of the handles is about the same as the blade, and then about the same as the other handle. Well, in this, the pin has almost all the weight. Even with these little weights here, the pin part has most of the weight. So sometimes you're flipping around and this other handle doesn't quite make it to where it needs to be. It doesn't have quite enough of the centrifugal force to do what it needs to do. One thing that is kind of cool is these little ends here give you an extra point to hold on to. So there's a few other nifty little tricks you can do and flips and stuff involving these that would be very, very, very difficult to do with a regular balisong, because you can actually kind of grip this and use that as like a pivot point. I don't really have any room here in the work truck to do any kind of fancy flipping around. Yeah, see, and trying to hold the camera up while I'm doing this is just not any easier. But it can be flipped. It takes, like I said, it takes a little bit of getting used to. Some of the tricks you can do with the balisong you can't do with this, just because it's plastic and the weight's not quite right and things like that. And then, like I said, there's some tricks you can do with this that you can't do with the balisong. It's been so long since I flipped this, I'm trying to think of some of the yeah, I'm having a hard time even remembering. I learned a couple that you could only do with this, but I'm forgetting now. There's one where you roll it around your thumb, and it opens up as it's flying around your thumb. I don't know. Anyway, maybe. Could be cool. Could be a waste of money. If somebody else has one, let me know. And tell me what you think about yours. Whether you have the cheap model, or if you have the more expensive model. And what you think of it as a pin. Because I have handed this to people. They asked me for a pin, and when I was carrying it, I would, flip it out, and then I would open it up. Of course, I would use the other hand. Put this back down here. Open it up, and I would flip it back closed, and I would hand it to somebody. Because this is how I would guess that you would use it. And then they would grab it like this, and they start to write with it, and then these things start flipping around, and they get all angry and end up just handing it back to me, because that's kind of awkward when you got these little, yeah, it's not. When you hold it like this, that's also pretty awkward, because you've got these big round weights kind of in your way. I wouldn't use this for writing a novel, but for, writing down a phone number or some quick directions or something like that, I think this is fine. So yeah, I have mixed thoughts on these things. So if you have unmixed thoughts, if you really, really like it, or if you really, really hate it, or you think it was a waste of money, or you think it was the best $10 or $35 you ever spent, let me know. Thumbs up way out here. Thanks for watching, and subscribe and comment. Maybe even a video response on this one, if you have Baliyo. And if you got some nifty tricks to show me, well, let's see them. Thanks for watching.